Guys, what's up? So let us discuss the important concept of Khilafat movement and which non-cooperation movement, both of which were going on during the late 1910s, and both of were like important personality was obviously Mahatma Gandhi, which you can see in background. So when we talk about Khilafat movement, so Lucknow Pact took place in 1916. So what happened with Lucknow Pact was Muslim League and Congress they came together and they agreed to cooperate. Now World War One, you know that Ottoman Empire they were part of the Central Power and they were defeated in World War One. And Britishers they wanted to redraw the boundary and area of Turkey was redrawn, and head of the Turkey was the head of all the Muslims of Sunnis, and he was known as the Khalifa. And Allies power, what they did was they removed the Khalifa, okay, in World War One when the Ottoman Empire was defeated, and there was a Treaty of Sevres also which partitioned the entire Ottoman Empire. So Turks were obviously deeply bent. Muslim all over the world were enraged, as you can see here, and so it was a by and large a pan-Islamic movement, and Muslims tried to protect the Ottoman Empire after World War One. Mahatma Gandhi obviously tried to bring Hindus and Muslims in this opportunity. Now, if we see the two prominent names which come to mind are Ali brothers, that is Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali Jauhar. Muhammad Ali Jauhar and Shaukat Ali, these are the two Ali brothers, so they are asked usually in the exam. They also created an all India Khilafat committee at Lucknow in 1919. Important, okay. And Seth Chotani was its president, if they might ask. The two major demands were Caliph Sultan must retain sufficient territories to defend Islam. This was the first. And the places including Arabia, Syria, Iraq, Palestine, they must be under Khalifa because they have historical importance for Muslims. So Arabia, Syria, Iraq, and Palestine will be there, and Caliph should retain sufficient power so that he can have territories under him. Now, when we talk about Gandhiji and Khilafat movement, Gandhiji was in favor of launching Satyagrah and non-cooperation on this Khilafat issue, but Bal Gangadhar Tilak, he was opposed to interfering in a religious issue. But Gandhiji got the approval of Congress. Okay, so Gandhiji, why did he did it? Because he felt it is the right time to unite Hindu and Muslims, and masses were dissatisfied because of this constitutional struggle which was going on. So this is the issue why Gandhiji jumped in. Now let us talk about approval for non-cooperation. In February of 1920, Congress warned that non-cooperation movement will be launched if the Muslim demands are not met. And as I've already, this is Treaty of Sevres in 1920. It had divided Turkey in various parts, and unfortunately, Bal Gangadhar Tilak also died during this time. And in August 31, 1920, Khilafat Committee started a non-cooperation movement. And finally, in September of 1920, Congress session of Calcutta, he approved the movement, and coincidentally, Bal Gangadhar Tilak also passed away. Now, let us talk about non-cooperation movement. So, there was a complete boycott of government schools, colleges, law courts, even legislative councils were boycotted. C.R. Das opposed it, and this is an important point which people don't remember. And use of khadi was promoted, foreign clothes were boycotted. Basically, Swadeshi movement still continues, and people worked for Hindu-Muslim unity, prohibition of alcohol, liquor, removal of untouchability, establishment of national education institution. So this was going on during the entire movement. So as you can see, there is no communal riot going on, there is no communal disharmony, and everybody is working towards a common goal, that is securing independence from Britishers in the long run, and in the short run they are trying to unite the masses. Now what happens that there is a Nagpur session in 1920. So program of non-cooperation movement was endorsed, and the aims of non-cooperation movement were listed also, that is to restore the status of Khalifa, to protest the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, as I have made a lesson on that separately, then to secure Swaraj or independence. And Gandhiji said that if you, the masses, follow me, we will have Swaraj in just 1 year. So as you might have seen, Bhagat Singh, all these people, they were child back then, and the entire country was supporting Mahatma Gandhi's movement. Even revolutionary groups supported it, because this was the truest sense, the first mass movement of India. Swadeshi movement was also not pan-India, but non-cooperation movement was literally the first mass movement of the India. And during this time, Muhammad Ali Jinnah and Annie Besant, they left the Congress also. So at this time, Surendranath Banerjee, he founded the Indian National Liberation Front, and these leaders were not in favor of non-cooperation movement. They wanted constitutional protest, and it was really popular movement. And Congress, like, it gave huge energy to Congress. Like in 1907, after that Congress thoda thanda pad gaya tha, but this was the first big boost. And Mahatma Gandhi and Ali brothers, they undertook a very nationwide tour. They went everywhere, and other important leaders were Acharya Narendra Dev, C.R. Das, Lala Lajpat Rai, Zakir Hussain, etc. Then what is the Britishers' response? Obviously nobody likes it, right? But since it was going non-violently, so they did not do much thing. But in May 1921, there was just a meeting between Lord Reading and Gandhiji. But finally, it broke down because Britishers asked Gandhiji to tell Ali brothers so that they can remove offensive statements from their speeches. And Gandhiji obviously refused to do it because he realized that Britishers are trying to divide Hindus and Muslims, so they will kill the movement. And most of the leaders were arrested, government came down heavily like always, public meetings were banned, press was censored. Like this is a typical thing which happened during the colonial India. Now Gandhiji also threatened for civil disobedience movement. Now non-cooperation movement is different, civil disobedience movement is different. Okay, you have to keep that in mind. In civil disobedience, you are willfully disobeying the laws. Okay. In February 1, 1922, Gandhiji threatened to launch civil disobedience movement if the political prisoners were not released, and he wanted to launch it from Bardoli in Gujarat. And if the press is not set free and the political prisoners are not released, we will just launch it. Then you have the Chauri Chaura incident, unfortunately, and withdrawal of the movement. So Yogi Adityanath belongs to Gorakhpur. Similarly, Chauri Chaura is a village in Gorakhpur, UP. And on 4th of February 1922, what happened was police beat up a volunteer leader of non-cooperation movement. Nobody likes it. Police opened fire also. So the mob got really angry, and they like closed the police station outside and they burned it, and 22 policemen died. Like Gandhiji did not like it because it was a violent movement. Gandhiji wanted non-violence to be there, and he immediately withdrew the movement. Now Congress met at Bardoli. They asked for stopping all kind of violent activities. They wanted to do a lot of constructive work, but the movement was withdrawn. Now the reactions of C.R. Das, Motilal Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, they were all completely shocked because they thought that they are this close to getting independence, and if this movement continues for 1 or 2 years, who knows, we might have got our independence. And they felt that like these minor incidents, they should not be allowed to like completely take down the entire movement. And so like Motilal Nehru and C.R. Das, they formed the Swaraj Party so that they can take part in legislative council. They were not in support of its boycott. Finally, Gandhiji was arrested in March of 1922. But why did Gandhiji withdraw the movement? So this is a very common logical question which will come in your head. Gandhiji was a non-violent person at heart, but there were bigger reasons for this also. He felt that people have not understood the meaning of non-violence, which is 100% correct. Also, the bigger reason was that Britishers can kill lakhs of Indians if they start firing on them. So he thought that if there is a violent movement, the Britishers can use it an excuse to like literally rain hell on the people. That will be very bad, and Gandhiji did not want it. Khilafat movement was also weakened in November of 1922 later on, and you must remember this name, Mustafa Kemal Pasha. He came to power in Turkey and he secularized Turkey. Like caliphate was completely abolished, women were given rights, industries were developed. So basically all the things which were there, so he completely changed Turkey, and Khilafat lost its relevance completely. And then Ali brothers, they broke away with Gandhiji and they joined the Muslim League. And so let us see the conclusion of this event. So after 1857, Muslims were not very prominently active. So this was the first large scale participation of Muslims. They were very active in revolt of 1857. So after 50-60 years, they again become. Now the bigger thing was the communalization of politics. So 1905 partition of Bengal, then you have separate electorates. Now this is the third incident where communalization is starting in politics. And national leaders, they failed to bring Muslims to a secular umbrella, and as you know, Jinnah separated, Ali brothers separated, and 20-30 years down the line it led to the making of Pakistan. Now it was a big mass movement, and masses, they were no longer fearful of their colonial rulers, and they realized that a lot of weaknesses are there, and if we are united, nobody can dare touch us. It was a very revolutionary movement. Sheer number of people which participated is more than the population of entire countries even today, and the entire Congress started, and it like gave masses a hope that we can also do something. And after World War I, when the morale was down, so this movement really helped us, like really helped us. And people were forcibly inducted into army, and like grains and prices were increasing. So non-cooperation movement basically tapped this discontentment and channelized into a proper way. So thank you for watching this lesson. Watch awesome courses on unacademy.com and don't forget to subscribe. Have an awesome day.